You know what I'm saying? We put up with a lot for the friendships. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of like there's never an official like kind of breakup text or breakup call or breakup meeting. We're not just gonna get together and be like,
hey, just so you know, this isn't working for me anymore.
you kind of just let it fade away. Maybe there's a blowout fight, but it's hard. It's hard to come to terms with the fact that you're no longer friends with this person. Have you guys ever had like a friend breakup, like a breakup fight or like a breakup moment? To me, it's always been kind of like passive aggressive. There was one time where there was for sure like a breakup. There's always a moment after the breakup where the friend goes and like assesses the situation and which of the friends she can turn to their side. And also, why is it always the people that like you knew this was gonna happen to, like you kind of had a feeling all along? Why do we put up with it? I don't know.
For friendship, friends forever.
Like you try to say,
Oh, we're soulmates. Oh, we're besties.
no, you're not, babe. You're frenemies. Get real.
Time my roommate and I were taking a shortcut down an alley, which is never a great idea, but we thought it's the middle of the day, what's the worst thing that could happen? And then this huge dog came charging down the alley as if it was going to attack us. And before I had any time to respond, my quick-thinking, apocalypse-ready roommate shoved me in front of the dog. She pushed me to the ground and ran the other way.
Absolutely
and the
not.
dog was coming straight towards me, but all I could think was that if I'm still alive when we get home, I'm gonna spit in her shampoo. No, I'm gonna pee on her towel. I'm gonna do something bad to her. And then the owner of the dog came out and tackled the dog and pinned it to the ground and said, sorry, he's actually a really sweet dog.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I was like, really? Because the fact that you just went full MMA on it indicates to me that you also thought that he was going to kill me. And then my roommate got angry with me for being angry with her for pushing me in front of a dog. She called me overly dramatic. And I said, no, I'm being just the right amount of dramatic. You know all my secrets, and I just found out you don't care if I live or die.
Okay, I feel like that is kind of like a crime. You know, you're pushing your friend in front of a raging dog that could attack you. It's really every man for himself, eh? Why do we have to push the friend? Why couldn't we just run away from the dog? Like, why do we have to physically push our friend so that the dog goes for our friend and not us? Why does it have to get to that point? She was all in survival mode. She's like, it's me or her. It's me or her. And it most definitely will not be me. The audacity to be mad at you for you being mad at her. Well, now you know who not to stick with during a zombie apocalypse. Let's get real. During a zombie apocalypse, it is every man for himself. You almost died. Literally, like, I think that this is like, I think she could go to jail. Like, I think she could. That's bad. That's very bad. How is she angry at you because she pushed you in harm's way?
Oh,
How inconvenient.
how inconvenient. You have finally seen my true colors.
I swear, the audacity of some people. Where do they find it? Where do they find the audacity to act like this? Maybe it was there all along, you just didn't see it. That story reminds me of the time where me and my best friend were running away from a dog because we were peeing. I've told this story like so many times, but like, there was no pushing. There was no pushing. There was just pants around the ankles because we were peeing, running into the car. I think she did wait for one of us to get into the car. So that's a good thing, right? Like, she didn't drive away and leave one of us to the dog to be mauled. I think that that means that we're good friends, right? Or is that just basic human decency? I would have left you to be mauled. That's what you deserve. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel this way about me. I just really wish that we could work it out. Like, I honestly think that we just have communication issues, and I think that we could find a way through this shark lot. Like, we really can. Look at us. We have so much in common. Why are we fighting? Good point. It's fun! It is kind of fun. I do live for the drama a little bit, the shark lot drama. It's okay, I'll just brush your hair. Okay, it was worth a shot.
I'm getting ready to enter in a new phase of life. And this new phase of life is based off that last situation where I set up a whole entire spa day for my friends, and then they bailed and didn't let me.
Oh, hell
They just
no.
simply didn't show.
Oh no.
This new phase of my life is going to be called F around and find the f out. I seriously have gone through so many times in my life where you could be planning on coming to my house and tell me that an elephant sat on your car on the way over, and I would have been like, oh my gosh, can I pay for the damages? I am too much of a people pleaser, and I am too nice to people who do not deserve my kindness, my time, and my effort. So, in this new phase of life, if you show me who you are, I'm going to believe you. And I just don't have time for fake people in my life anymore. It just feels like I am giving too much of myself to all of the wrong people. So, fuck around and find the fuck out.
I also have a book recommendation for my people pleasers. Did y'all know that people pleasing is actually a disease? Like, not like a diagnosable disease, but it's like kind of like it's a crippling state of being to constantly feel like you have to please people. So there's a book out there. It's called The Disease to Please. I'm gonna need you to read that book. We gotta stop wanting to please every single person, because the fact of the matter is as this girl said, you can go out of your way to be the nicest person ever, but people will still hurt you. You should still be nice, but don't make it so unbelievably important to be nice to every single person. You know what I mean? Especially when people show you their true colors. Because ironically, while you're worrying about pleasing everybody else, you have the inability to say no, and you're actually not pleasing yourself. Let that sink in. All right, we got a doozy. We got a doozy of a store right here. Okay, get ready. Jesus. I ruined my ex-best friend's career because she chooses to stay with her offender husband, and I don't regret it. I, 27 female, reported my ex-best friend to her job that she was married to a registered offender, 28 male. Oh dear Lord. Okay, all right. In August of 2021, I found out my best friend's husband was arrested on 10 counts. 10 counts of CP. 10 counts of CP. If you don't know what CP is, I can't tell you. You're just gonna have to guess, because we can't talk about it on YouTube. After a year-long investigation, hell to the absolute no. She tried to hide it from me, even went so far as to beg other people not to tell me. But in a world of Facebook, nothing stays hidden for long. I helped my ex-friend get her job at the same school that my daughters attend. Hold on. My daughters are special needs, and she went into the special education department, specializing in helping nonverbal children ages 4 to 10. I now regret ever helping her. How do people like this exist? Like complete contradictions of like each other. You know what I mean? Like, how can you say that you want to dedicate your life to helping children by getting a job in childcare, but then also be married to someone like that? And have since withdrew my letter of recommendation. When I originally confronted her about the arrest, she assured me she never knew anything about it. She was already talking to a divorce lawyer. I was fine with that. At first. 6 months later, I learned from mutual friends she had fired her divorce attorney and intended to stay with him no matter the outcome of the trial. Absolutely not. No. Hell to the no. Her words.
His lawyer is hopeful he will only get probation.
Why is that hopeful? I feel like 10 counts, 10 separate counts of that particular offense might indicate that he could be a menace to society. How do you f that up 10 times? You got an affliction. You got a problem. Let's not make excuses and wish that they could be out of jail. Either she is so blind and being manipulated, or she knew the entire time. In June of 2022, he pled guilty to all 10 counts. In return for his guilty plea, he received 5 years probation and had to become a registered offender. The address he listed is a mile away from my brother's house. I have to pass it to get there, and every time I do, her vehicle is there. I was there when she bought this vehicle. So in August, I learned she would be working in my children's special needs classroom, and that didn't sit well with me. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little hypocritical. That doesn't really make sense. I don't think that somebody like that should be working in childcare. What happens when her husband goes and picks her up from work? I went to the school director with court documents in hand, his paperwork, a photo from their wedding proving the same guy from the registration is the same guy she married to. I had a nice long chat. I simply don't trust her around nonverbal children, that she would have to help in the bathroom in case of accidents. Children who couldn't defend themselves and talk to someone. The week school started, she was removed from the elementary department and has to work in the high school side and will not be working with the special needs department going forward. And I just had confirmation from the school board that her contract for the next year will not be renewed. After 16 years of friendship, I felt guilty I caused her to lose her career at first. But now I feel so happy that the school board listened to me and not only took my side, but the kids' sides, which is who matters in situations like this. The kids. Do it for the kids! Were you in the wrong? I don't